What if I told you that a man started learning English at 44, hit the gym at 50, created a brand new art form at 57, and walked the fashion runway for the first time at 79? Sounds impossible, right? But it's real. His name is Daeshun Wang, and his life story defies every excuse we've ever told ourselves about aging, purpose, and potential. In a world that tells us to slow down, Daeshun chose to speed up. When others retired, he reinvented. When most said, "I can't," he asked, "Why not?" This is not just a story about growing older. It's a story about growing bolder, about courage, curiosity, and what's possible when you stop waiting and start becoming. If you've ever thought, "It's too late for me," this video is for you, so don't go anywhere. Hit like if you're already inspired. Subscribe to join us on this journey of reinvention. And share this story with someone who needs to hear it's never too late to begin again. Let's dive in.
Part 1. A Life of Unstoppable Growth. Have you ever told yourself, "It's too late for me"? Too late to change. Too late to try something new. Too late to begin again. Let me tell you a story that might change your mind. Daeshun Wang, 88 years old. But that number? It's not what makes him remarkable. What's remarkable is everything he chose to begin after 40. At 44, while most people are settling into their comfort zones, Daeshun started learning English. From scratch, a whole new language. No fancy tutors, no pressure. Just one step at a time. Just the courage to try. And this was only the beginning. Why? Because he believes something powerful. Age is not the enemy. Excuses are. Too often we confuse aging with stopping. But Daeshun's life reminds us, we don't stop because we age because we stop. Think about it. How many dreams have you buried under the word later? The truth is, growth doesn't come with an expiration date. It's never too late to become a beginner again. And maybe that's the bravest thing of all. Starting something new when the world tells you to slow down. Daeshun didn't listen to the world. And maybe you should too. Part 2. Milestones of a Restless Spirit. Every once in a while, we come across a story that forces us to rethink everything we believe about time, age, and the limits we place on ourselves. For Daeshun Wang, his life is more than just a list of accomplishments. It's a blueprint for anyone who's ever asked, "Is it too late for me?" He's lived his life not month by month, not year by year, but milestone by milestone. A timeline of choices proving that change is always possible. Age 44, learning English. While most people settle down at 44, some are raising families, building careers, or quietly giving up on their dreams. But not Daeshun. At 44, he learned English for the first time. Imagine learning a new language in your 40s. Not because someone forced you to, but because you wanted to keep expanding your mind. It takes courage, humility, a willingness to be a beginner again. Learning English isn't just about vocabulary, it's about curiosity. It's about keeping your mind open to the world. And perhaps that's the first real lesson here. Curiosity keeps you young. Age 49, founding a mime troupe. 5 years later, Daeshun did something even more unexpected. He founded his own mime troupe. Not a career promotion, not a safe side hustle. It was a silent art form. In a noisy, fast-paced world. Why mime? Because it forced him to communicate emotion, connection, and story without saying a word. It was creativity in its purest form. He wasn't after approval, he was after expression. How many of us hold back from expressing ourselves for fear of being judged? Dacian reminds us that the courage to be seen often begins with silence. 50s. First time in the gym. At 50, when most people start joking about sore knees or slowing down, Dacian stepped into the gym for the first time. Not to get ripped. Not to post selfies of his transformation. It's because he believes our bodies are an accurate reflection of our efforts, and he hasn't stopped working out. Physical strength has become a metaphor for inner strength. Every pull-up, every push-up, every stretch is proof that he still has more strength left. And so do you. Age 57, creating living sculpture. At 57, Dacian has combined his experience in acting, mime, and physical discipline to create something entirely new. Living sculpture. He will stand motionless in public places for hours, painted silver or bronze, his body completely still, telling stories in silence amidst the turbulent world around him. It sounds simple, but... Part 3. Life Philosophy. If you think it's too late, remember, it's just an excuse to do nothing. Take control of your life and keep growing. That's not just a quote, it's a call to action. We often think of life as a timeline. Childhood, education, career, retirement, the end. And somewhere along the way, someone taught us that the further we go on that timeline, the less likely we are to change course. But what if that timeline is a lie? What if growth isn't linear? What if the purpose isn't to retire when you retire? What if the best chapters of your life are yet to be written? Dacian Wong didn't rewrite the rules, he simply ignored them. He refused to accept that age meant decline. Instead, he saw each decade as an opening. And what he experienced was possibility. Here's the truth that most people won't tell you. We're not afraid of growing old. We're afraid of becoming insignificant. We're afraid of no longer being seen, no longer being useful, no longer being important. But purpose has no expiration date, meaning doesn't disappear as you blow out more candles. And your worth? It's never about what you do. It's about who you become. Dacian's journey teaches us that self-reliance has no age limit. Whether you're 35 or 85, you can still start learning, growing, contributing, dreaming. So ask yourself, what's the story you've been telling yourself about why you haven't started? Too busy? Too tired? Too late? Because once you make excuses, they lose their power. You don't have to go climbing mountains or take a long trip today, but you can take one step at a time. You can open a book, send an email, take a walk, start a class, say something motivating, apologize. Try again, and keep going. One act of courage can change your entire life. Dacian didn't become extraordinary by accident. He became extraordinary by refusing to stop being. So, no matter what age you are, your story isn't over yet. In fact, the next page is blank, and you're holding a pen.
If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share so everyone can learn together. Thank you.